And Herzliya and Lev Lachim makes like a Lela Seder demonstration. They get a bunch of people in shul. The rabbi sits and he tells them how to do Lela Seder with the charoset and the maron and the kapas and everything. The dal kasor. How do you do a seba? How do you lean? He demonstrates them like a whole play, like a whole show, how to do Lela Seder. And many people come. One lady walks in, totally unaffiliated, not religious, from Herzliya. She walks in, she sits by the whole lecture, and she tells the Rebbe afterwards, Rabbi, although I enjoyed your lecture, lemaaseh, tachlis, as they say, how do you say tachlis? How do you say tachlis in English? No, bar minan is Yiddish. Lemaaseh, like she said, when push comes to shove, I know it's not going to happen. I'm not going to do Lela Seder. It was nice coming to the shir, and it was nice listening to you, but I know it's not going to happen. I have a huge family, my husband, no way, bodies, for sure not going to do Lela Seder. My kids are not doing it. They have their friends. It's just not going to happen. And besides, I don't know any Pesach songs. She said, I know all the songs you sing. I don't know. I know Del Shia. I know all these songs. He's like, listen, I'm going to give you like a manual, like a booklet of how to do Lela Seder, what you need to buy. And then he gave her a CD with all the Pesach songs. And he said, for now, put the CD in your house. You press play. You listen to the music. Okay. She goes home. She listens to the rabbi. She puts in the CD. And the way the rabbi said it over, for the next 2 weeks before Pesach, she played the music again and the songs. And she started singing while she's cooking and while she's cleaning. She's singing. Meanwhile, her children actually heard the songs again and again. And they start singing the song, La'at. She decided to call Lev La'achim. She calls Lev La'achim. She's like, you know what? Maybe we will do Lela Seder. Can you show me where to get matzot, exactly what prices? They help her out. They send her like a package. They send her a package of matzot, chalos, or whatever she needs. Comes the Pesach. She said there was phones there, the TV was on, her kids drove in, whatever it is. She tried her best. She does a whole Lela Seder in Herzliya. Now her father, very, very old man, European, also came to Lela Seder. He's like, okay, you make a Lela Seder, I'll drive in. So she has Lela Seder with her husband and her children. She's trying her best. Her father drives into Herzliya. Unfortunately, he booked the Yom Tov. He's not religious. He comes in, and then the wife, meaning his daughter, and her children start singing Ma Nishtana Alayla Zemikol Alela. They start singing, and then she sees her father, the old man, boche, crying, tears and tears. She turns to her father. She says, Abba, what's going on? What's going on? He tells his daughter, after you finish singing, I'll tell you. And they keep on singing and they're singing. Then he tells her, Rabotai, listen to this. He tells her, let me tell you something. You don't know this about me. The father tells his daughter, but I grew up in a Hasidic home in Europe. Right now I'm totally not religious, but you don't know. When I was in my youth, I was religious and I was Hasidic in Europe, from a Hasidic family. One letter said that I had my struggles. He said I had my struggles because he started hanging out with the wrong friends over there, whatever country he was. I had my struggles. Kem lela seder night. And I'm sitting there with my father and my mother and my siblings, and they're eating their matzah and they're leaning on the left, and they're trying hard. I turned to my father and I said, Ma v'dazot lachem. Why are we doing this whole Pesach thing? Come on, you really think we left Mitzrayim? You really think this happened? He started saying a lot of, unfortunately, divrei kfirah. The father of this person, his father, got upset and he started crying. He said, "A ben shiri, my own son, is being mekayem rasha ma'omer." When we say Nagadah, we say rasha. What does he say? Ma v'dazot lachem. What do you need this whole Pesach thing for? This whole matzah? And we tell him, if you were in Mitzrayim, you would have stayed there, would have passed away over there. You have to really punch him in his teeth. But we tell him, you would have stayed over there in Mitzrayim. So this old man in Herzliya is saying over how when he was in his youth, sitting with his parents in Europe, Leil HaSeder, he started, rebelling and saying, what do I need this for? I don't want this. And he said his father started crying. And he says, you know what? His father told him, I'm not going to answer you because you're my son. And it's very hard for me to answer my son that you're basically saying divrei rasha of the Agadah. What we're going to do is me and your mother are going to daven to Hashem. So he said his parents started davening to Hashem. That no matter what happens, this boy should be serve Hashem. No matter where he ends up, he should marry a Jewish girl. No matter where he ends up, he's going to be with you, Hashem. And they daven. And he said over, the old man in Herzliya was saying over to his daughter that when his parents were davening in his youth, he was laughing. He was laughing at them. And he said that night he decided that he's leaving his family. He left his family. He moved to a different country. Totally not religious. Ended up in the state of Israel, in Eretz Yisrael. And he tells his daughter, the song that you just sang, Ma nishtana Halayla, it reminded me of my father and my mother in Europe. It reminded me, the song reminded me. And now I remember, wait a minute. My parents cried to Hashem Leila Sedel. Then no matter what, our descendants in this boy somehow is going to end up keeping Torah mitzvot and having Jewish children and grandchildren. And right now, my own daughter, Herzliya, is doing a whole Leila Sedel, telling me, you come to Leila Sedel. Now I see that my parents' tefillot were accepted years ago on Leila Sedel night. What a tremendous thing. No tefillah goes to waste. No prayer goes to waste. Look at this, 3 generations later. The third generation, the granddaughter now is going to start keeping Torah mitzvot. Le'at. The story just happened. She's going to grow more and more and more. And the father got so inspired. He got so inspired that he remembers his youth thing. Leila said, how the prayers of his parents got accepted. No tefillah goes to waste.